Hi all, Renee here. I am here with the May-August Cut Above card kit. Unfortunately, this card kit is sold out, but I wanted to go ahead and put it together. Any of you that may already have the kit, um, feel free to craft along with me. And if you didn't get the card kit, hopefully some of these designs will give you some ideas. The card kits were awesome. Unfortunately, for those of you who don't know, close to my heart is closing their doors. And my online shop, which I have linked below, will be live until midnight Mountain Time on April 30th. And then on May 1st, I will be moving over to be a demonstrator with Stampin' Up. So I will have more information on that as I have it and am able to give it. But in the meantime, I'm trying to clear out things that I have in my stash so that I can bring in Stampin' Up! Things because I just don't have a lot of room. So I do have this card kit. We've got our card bases. We've got all of our die cuts. We've got envelopes, our ink pad, our stamp set, which looks really nice. I love the stamp set. And then the very simple instructions to put all of the cards together. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the cards, and then I will be back at the end to give you a close-up view of the cards and any that I change. Because a lot of times I'll change sentiments because I donate my cards to Operation Gratitude, and some of these sentiments they aren't able to use. So I will show you how I have made these cards my own, and I hope you enjoy. I'll put some music on so you can listen to that while I work. as usual, these were a lot of fun to make. So the first card, I actually fumbled. Where is it? Here's the one I fumbled. I fumbled with my stamp pad and I accidentally dropped it and messed up this little piece. So what I did, I started to turn it over, because usually you can turn stuff over, but this is a little bit thinner than regular cardstock and you could see it through there. So I'm like, okay, I'll just cut a circle and I'll try to create something that looks like it. So I think I got close, but I just didn't like it. I thought it just looked messy. So then I thought, okay, well, I will just stamp directly on the card because it had a nice little thing through the middle. And that's exactly what I did. Now, something else that I did is, this is the stamp set that came with this kit. It didn't really have a huge amount of sentiments that would be good for my purposes. I donate the most of my cards go to Operation Gratitude. So I pulled the stamp set from the last kit that I did because it had all kinds of great ones. And that's where I got the Thinking of You. And I've used that on quite a few cards. So that's how the two versions of this one card came out. I like it. Then, here, let's put that there. Then here is the next one. I did use the Happy Mother's Day on this one because I need some Mother's Day cards. So these are actually going to be ones that I use. So those turned out really cute. So I made those exactly as was outlined in the paperwork, the instructions. Then these were Happy Birthday. I started to use something different, and then I noticed it has Happy Birthday in the paper itself. I don't know if you can see that. So I changed my tactics and decided to go ahead and make Happy Birthday cards. So I do have some more Happy Birthday cards for my own use. Then this one I made exactly as it's shown. However, I forgot to put this piece down before I put the middle piece down. So what I did was I just I glued it down and then cut off the extra. So I have these 4 pieces left over, and I can do something else with those. I can use those on another card. So I didn't ruin it, even though I did it a little bit differently. And actually, if I had some paper that I was trying to make it stretch, this is how I would do it anyway. I try not to put other stuff underneath other things. That way I have more to use. Let me get these stamps out of the way. So that's that. Then this was another birthday card. Again, I started to think about doing something else with it, but I think the background and just the whole layout of the card, the colors, just really lent itself well to Happy Birthday. So I will put those in my stack of birthday cards. Then there's this one. This one is originally supposed to say with sympathy. And I don't really need any more sympathy cards. I made a couple for my last kit for my own use. So I thought Hello Friend worked really well with this. I really like the way these swirls went with this font. And that's really what brought me to it. Great little card. Then these two were supposed to be baby cards, supposed to say Hello Little One or Welcome Little One. I don't really have a need for any kind of cards like that, but the hello from my other stamp set fit perfectly. So that's how those came out. Then this one was supposed to say, let's see, did I do anything different? Nope, I did this one exactly as it was shown in the instructions. Love the way this came out. This would be a great layout to use a bunch of scrap paper. You could do all these even in just regular solid cardstock. And I think it would be a really cute birthday card with all kinds of the solid color balls everywhere. Then this one was supposed to say Happy Anniversary. Again, I don't have need for anniversary cards and I can't donate them, but I can donate these. So I changed it to Hello Friend. Really, really cute design. I really like this design. I think this would be a nice design to use just with some paper I have. And then these two were supposed to be Hello Sweet Baby. Again, I don't need any baby cards. So I changed it into You're the Greatest. I thought that worked out well because this is a very masculine looking card. I just really thought that would work. So that's what I used on that. Now these last two cards were supposed to be slimline cards. However, Operation Gratitude cannot use slimline cards because they don't fit in their shipping boxes the way that they have to shoehorn everything in there to get as much as possible for the troops. Because it's not just these kind of things that go on, there's all kinds of things they put in those boxes. So what I did was I cut them down, and this one worked out perfectly to be cut down. These are the pieces that I cut off, and then off this blue piece, then I had two of these that are left over, and I can use those on other cards. So it worked out really well. These were supposed to say thank you. They don't use thank you cards. Also, they don't send those to the troops. So thinking of you is what I turned it into from that other stamp set. And I think these turned out great. Now they are a little bit shorter, you can see here, than an A2 size card, but because of their width, they fit in an A2 envelope. And I have a lot of A2 envelopes, so it is no problem that I didn't get enough envelopes in this kit to cover this right here. If you're using it for your own use, obviously you'd leave it at the slim line, gives you more room to write. But there's that one. And then this one, I ended up cutting one part of it off, which left me with these two little cards, which I think will be great for little gift cards. So I'm just going to put them aside. I started to do something with them, and I thought it'd be nice to have these just in my little bucket. And then I can throw a sentiment on them whenever I need them. Now I also left off this because I like to stay in threes. And because the card was smaller, I didn't want to overload it. So I kept those little stars, and I might use those for something else. But I think these turned out great. What I used was the rule of thirds, which with regard to putting the sentiment on, I originally was going to put in the center. You can get away with putting things in the center, like this is in the center. This is in the center. Sometimes you can get away with that, but this design did not lend itself to that. So what you do is you look at the rule of thirds, put it in your lower third, and you'll usually be okay. And then I put my embellishments on in a triangle. So that is that whole kit. I had a whole lot of fun with this one. Unfortunately, this kit is no longer available for purchase. However, if you already have it, it's the May-August. I believe it was last year, 2022 or 2023. I'm trying to see if it has a date in here. I am not sure what year this was, so unfortunately. But if you have this kit, this is what it looks like. Hopefully this gave you some ideas if you wanted to change a few things. I didn't change a lot with this one, but you certainly could. Another thing that you can do, like this one is a perfect example. You can cut this in half, have this for another card, and then adhere this onto just a white card base. You can do that with any of the cards that have another design on the back. Now this one's just black, that one won't work. This one could work, that one. So see, most of these do have, like this one would be fun to make some more birthday cards. So you can stretch this card kit and almost double the amount of cards that you get out of it just using some of your supplies that you have at home. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back soon with some more crafty fun. Bye.